Talk about a huge win for the Trump administration. The Supreme Court has just lifted a lower court injunction that has been blocking President Trump's executive order on mail-in ballots. Now, in a 6-3 ruling, the court just cleared the way for Trump's citizenship verification executive order to go into effect just in time for the midterms. Now, that that executive order, directs the Department of Homeland Security to compile a list of every eligible adult citizen voter in each state, and then it directs the United States Postal Service to deliver mail-in ballots only to people who are actually on that list. Now, that's bad enough for the Democrats, but it gets worse. The same EO directs each state to submit their voter registration records to the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, in a format that allows the federal government to cross-check names against federal citizenship and death databases before mail ballots can be delivered. This, in turn, allows the federal government to see explicitly which states are cleaning up their voter registration records and which states have non-citizens and illegals and dead voters still on their rolls. So this is going to be absolutely brutal for blue states. I mean, think about what's going to happen when states like California, Minnesota, and Illinois, with Chicago and Michigan, with Detroit, when they have to turn over their voter rolls. All hell is going to break loose, because once these states produce their voting rolls, they're going to make New Jersey look pristine by comparison. California alone is going to be New Jersey on steroids in terms of all the dead, illegal, relocated fake voters they've got on their voter rolls. Now, of course, blue states are refusing to comply with that order. They know they can't reveal their voter rolls without completely vindicating President Trump on this. And so each and every blue state has refused to give up their voting records. And so this is where the EO stings. This is where it really has teeth. The executive order directs the U.S. Postal Service to withhold mail-in ballots to all states who refuse compliance with this order. The U.S. Postal Service is now authorized to refuse ballot delivery to voters in states that are non-compliant with these new federal orders. So states that refuse to share their data, like California, Minnesota, will then end up forfeiting their ability to offer their own residents mail-in ballots at all. Remember, states like California send out mail-in ballots indiscriminately. Everyone gets one. It doesn't matter if you're alive or you're dead, legal, illegal, citizen, non-citizen. Everyone gets a mail-in ballot. Until now. With the Supreme Court decision to overturn an activist judge's injunction against this order, California ain't getting a single mail-in ballot until they comply, until they turn over their obviously corrupt voter rolls. I mean, it's stunning stuff. It's hardball politics for sure. If you're not verified, you do not get a ballot mailed to your door automatically anymore. Simple. It's common sense. And according to 6 justices on the Supreme Court, it is now perfectly legal to do just that. Now, to be clear, the court did not rule on the ultimate merits of the executive order itself. What it did do, it ruled that this Boston area liberal activist judge, this is Obama appointee, that blocked the EO, never had the jurisdiction to block it in the first place. So the Supreme Court has yet to rule on the merits of the order, but until then, the order is in place, and it is indeed being enforced, and just in time. The U.S. Postal Service just issued a 95-page ruling on how it will handle mail-in ballots. It was designed to take immediate effect the moment the injunction was lifted from this lower court, which of course the Supreme Court just did. Under the new rule, the U.S. Postal Service will flat out refuse to deliver ballots in states that do not comply with the new standards. Again, it's that simple. The post office is a federal department, always has been, and if you're a state like California, New York, or Minnesota that refuses to turn over your voter rolls and comply with the directives of the federal government in regulating mail-in ballots, then you are not getting any mail-in ballots. It's that simple. And there's really no way around that for these blue states. The U.S. Postal Service has a special chain of custody procedures that render it unique in terms of mail delivery. FedEx and UPS don't have the legal authority to deliver mail-in ballots because they don't have the chain of custody procedures in place. So if you want a mail-in ballot, it is legally required to be delivered and processed by the U.S. Postal Service. Again, there's no workaround here for these non-compliant states. And if you think Democrats are panicking now, wait until you see what's in store for them in addition to this EO. For the party of election shenanigans, things are going from bad to worse.